let me speak to you about something which I believe it is very important to acknowledge. Via Ferrata is amazing. There is no debate. I love it, and from what I see, I will keep doing it for a while from now onwards. It is an extreme sports activity, but at the same time, it remains a tourist attraction. The way it evolved in time is to become an amazing tourist attraction open to everyone. And this is what I want to speak about. Because it is a commercial product, because it is used to attract tourists in certain destinations, because the way it evolved is to give access to anyone to climb mountains this way and see sides of a mountain that otherwise you'll not be able to see and probably will be difficult to reach also for rock climbers, for example. Because of this happening, there is an issue. The more commercial one thing becomes, the less interesting the experience is. Of course, if you've never been on a Via Ferrata, if you never had the opportunity to go outside your comfort zone, maybe you don't see it. Maybe you go there, always getting tired, always pulling yourself up hard against the safety steel cable. You reach the summit and you are tired and you are still afraid of heights no matter what. And you say, oh, this was a very good run. And in reality, doing so, it is a fantastic exercise. It makes sense to go there, go through exercise, go back home, and be happy about the choice you made. There is no debate on that. The issue is the perceived fear. What one should be aware of is that many Via Ferrata are only level B. And the only big thing about going on that Via Ferrata is either the nice pictures or videos you take for social media, or otherwise the fear, the scare that happens to you just because you look down and you see the drop. And it might be a 200, 300, 400 meters drop, and it impresses you. And you get so afraid because of this perceived fear, and it suffices. You are happy. And there is nothing bad with it. Absolutely nothing bad. Via Ferrata is a product. It is meant to attract tourists. It is open to the wider public. And in my opinion, you should go. You should try it. It opens to you the mountain in a completely different way. I've been there, I've done that, and it is amazing. And there is no other way to get there other than rock climbing. If you have a rock climbing route prepared for you, and of course if you have a belayer, and obviously if you have the right training, which is very hard to achieve. Via Ferrata opens the doors for everyone. And ideally, any one of us will go and experience these heights because it is fantastic. It is an amazing experience. It gives you the opportunity to train yourself. You'll get tired. You'll move yourself from the couch on the mountain. You'll go through the approach, and many times the approach is hours up to the point when you eventually reach the Via Ferrata. Then you have an exit. Then you have the high probability of injuring yourself for one reason or another. Then comes the climb, and it's not easy. And if you don't follow the rules, it might be that you get into trouble. It might be that it is way too much for you. It might be that it is the wrong moment of doing it. Everything can happen. So it is good. The issue is a large majority not being aware of this, not realizing that, yes, Via Ferrata is fantastic, paying for something which was never supposed to be difficult or to put yourself in difficulty, it is a bit of a cheat. Do you want to do that? Do you want to limit yourself? And this is the question. Do you want to limit yourself to only experiencing fear instilled by how they architected that Via Ferrata. But in reality, that Via Ferrata, it is so well architected that no matter what, there is no chance that something bad will happen to you. Probably the answer will be yes, I want to go, I want to see how it is, I want to get back home safe, and I want to forget about it. And I will agree with you. If this is what you want from yourself, then it's perfect. But here comes my question. In case you want from yourself to experience your limits, to train yourself, to get yourself ready for more difficult tasks, will you want some help? Will you want the opportunity in such a well-controlled environment to train yourself, test yourself, get yourself ready for the next thing? Because to me, going on a Via Ferrata, it is about training. It is about getting ready for something else. It is about exploring my limits because I want to see up to what point I can do it. And if I go on a Via Ferrata where I have a bridge and the way it was architected, it only motivates me to train my fear of heights, but never overcome that, never understand what Via Ferrata is, never understand the elements, the difficulty elements, the difficulty of climbing, the complexities of each situation. If the way it was engineered, the way it is proposed to me is in such manner that no matter what I do, I will always stay afraid and I will never see the rest. Do I want that? Do I want that to happen to me? Do I want to be so oblivious? Well, personally not. I don't want to go on a Via Ferrata and be nudged by whomever engineered that Via Ferrata to be afraid. I want to go on a bridge and see the elements around me and realize, oh, this is a well-architected Via Ferrata and I'm safe. I am safe. So I should focus on the next element. So now I go on the next element and I look up and I see, okay, this is an overhang. And I'm trying to do that and I look to my right, I see the safety steel cable and I realize, oh, it is French style with loops at the anchor point. This is good. In case I fall, it will be a vertical fall and this helps the carabiner to do its job. Fantastic. Amazing. And then I try the overhang, I grab the pegs or rungs, and I see that I cannot do it. That one is the thing I want to encounter on a Via Ferrata, a well-architected Via Ferrata with truly difficult elements that help me train, help me test myself, help me get to know myself better. I don't want to go on a Via Ferrata that has amazing branding around it, has amazing marketing around the name, but that's it. Then it is just the level B Via Ferrata where no matter how you go, it's too easy. And the only thing that Via Ferrata instills is fear of heights. It's normal to be afraid of heights. It is natural. And yes, you should groom that. You should enjoy it and you should take advantage of it. You have to experience that. You have to see how being afraid of heights is, how it feels. But also, you should be given the opportunity to do more. And unfortunately, some products like this, they don't offer that. You cannot do that more part of the equation. Yes, you do the fear, you do the scare, you make some effort, but it only stops there. And then you return back home, and well, I'm asking, was it worth? Was it worth to drive 2,500 miles to get there? At the end of the day, to only go, okay, they have an amazing bridge. They have an amazing drop below you. You look there and it is a couple of 100 meters. Interesting experience. Interesting experience. But what else did I learn? Really? Am I better? Because again, if fear is the only one they groom and nurture, I don't want that. Because I know I'm capable of fear. And when I'm afraid, I want to be either through my fight or flight instinct, response to the environment, or otherwise through my cognitive capabilities, because I understand that something really can go wrong there.